I'm Kylie Olsen from uDiscovermusic.com, and we have the very lovely Jim Jones and the Righteous Mind here. How's it going?
It's going good. Thanks for having us. Really enjoyed doing the little session.
Yeah, the session was great.
Yeah.
So everyone that sits on my hay bales basically has to show me what's in their pockets.
Whoa, no warnings.
This is where you got fear, isn't it?
Yeah, so I got a couple of guitar picks.
Right. Is there anything we can keep?
Nice,
Can we give those away as a competition prize? There we go. Nice. What's
Might want something in return
Oh
for
my
that.
God! Our first bit of money.
Yeah. Got
£5,
money.
everybody.
This is how it works. Just fleecing everyone.
This is going in the goodie bag.
This is like sort of a nice way of rolling me and going through my pockets for change, isn't it?
It's not really for a competition. It's for me. So thanks for that.
No, you're good.
Keep that. It's the most I've earned all day. Thank you. So
I'll call it in sometime.
No, you're not getting that back. You've lost it now. It's mine indeed. So how was it out there? Because you've already been on.
It was good. It was nice and hot, but we dressed appropriately, of course, with like
Polar necks.
Black. Yeah. It was really good. It's fantastic to be here at Ramblin Man. I've heard a lot of good things about this festival.
Yeah.
And it's been getting bigger and bigger every year. And when we're invited to come and play on it this year, we're like really excited and made up. It's sort of like one of the highlights of our year, definitely.
Really?
Coming out to play here.
Okay.
And Big Boy Bloater, who's been announcing everyone on stage, is kind of a personal friend. So yeah, it's lovely to see him. Everyone's kind of seems like they've been to lovely school. Who's here?
I agree with you.
Everyone's pretty nice and sweet,
and
there's just so much shit in the world at the moment that it's kind of like when you come here, you just sort of feel like I just want to live here.
Yeah.
I got everything I need. People are cool, no nonsense.
So how does Jim Jones and the Righteous Mind differ to Jim Jones and the Revue?
The Jim Jones, not that much, to be honest. I mean, it's just a bit more multifaceted, a bit more dynamic. The Jim Jones Revue was pretty much like, before we went on stage, we just go, like for about an hour and a half, and that was kind of it. It was like one speed,
Yeah,
like,
it's a little bit more
kind of a
chilled
Ramones
out
kind of thing. But now it's like goes a bit more slinky, a little bit more voodoo and satanic magic in there.
Yeah.
And some slinky shit mixed
slinky.
in with the Ramalama.
Yeah.
Kind of go up and down, in and out, and round and round.
Are you enjoying this lineup?
Yeah, really am. Yeah, really. Like I've got a great band. It's like they're really versatile, can do anything, and I mean, having someone play pedal steel guitar in a band where they're not going, doing the sort of Benny Hill, Nashville style. It's like amazing. It took me a while because I knew I really fancied the pedal steel as like quite an underused instrument because you only really hear about it in that kind of sort of classic Nashville type setup. And I looked around for lots of people, and the people that were good enough to operate the machine, because it's quite a tricky beast to master. Once they were like, okay, you're good enough to do it, and they would then be like, they weren't up for just making the sound of a rocket taking off, or they look down their nose at that kind of thing.
And I can imagine
and it's like I don't want to. I like to try and keep things a bit exotic and keep away from the normal. There's a lot of bands that play a Les Paul through a Marshall. I mean, let's face it. There's plenty of that out there.
Yeah.
So I'm always kind of like sort of trying to look for new avenues of find something that still has the same intensity, but like from a different angle. It's like holding something up and turning it around another way to see if it's still.
So what have you got your eye on at the moment? Doing something different. Is there anything in mind?
Yeah, well, we're working on. We just decided to do a Kickstarter for our next record, which I saw. That was one of the things I looked down my nose at for a while. The Kickstarter's I thought it looks a bit desperate, but it's just like a different way of doing things. But we hit our target in the first couple of hours of going live, and it's still trickling in. So. Yeah, like really excited about
that must be nice for you when you say like you hit your target in the first couple of hours, because it must kind of give you that, not that you haven't got confidence, but a bit of a boost to go, people really want to hear new music.
It's quite nerve-wracking, I mean, but I like the thing James Brown said. It's like, I don't need anyone to give me nothing. Open up the door and I'll get it myself.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel about the Kickstarter thing. Okay. It's like, if no one's prepared to kind of hold the door open for you there, it's like find a sideway, find a window around the back and climb in yourself. Just get in there and do it. I don't know which camera I'm on, but get together, get involved, get down, get with it. That's all I got to say.
And also on the fan side as well, though, you know, a lot of bands have said, like Aerosmith are one that have said, you know what, we're not going to bother putting out any new material because fans don't want to hear it. They just want to hear the old stuff. So
it's true, isn't it? Yeah.
You know, you've been in the industry for long enough now, and fans clearly want to hear new music.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I just think, like, if you still do something good and fresh and relevant, you know, and that's maybe got like a new angle on it, but still has the intensity.
Yeah.
I think the problem becomes when you start doing what I call role play.
Yeah.
You know, and I would never name any names, but there are a lot of bands out there that I would call like role play. You know, there's people that dress up as King Arthur and go out on the battlefield with this is the exact sword and this is the armor. It's like there is a very similar thing that happens in music. You've got the right bandana on and the right foot on the monitor with the right Les Paul through the march. It's like it's a bit role play to me. It's a bit kind of like, which is cool. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, but it's really not for me. I don't feel like that's really saying anything about yourself. It's a bit like sort of dress up. And I'm not against dressing up in that way, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, my favourite bands are bands like the New York Dolls or the Cramps or those kind of bands that
lots of dressing up,
that really were kind of like, you know, sort of quite startling. And so it's not, I don't mean it in that way. I just mean it's like, do your thing, you know. Don't
be a one-trick pony.
Well, or don't sort of try and be AC/DC, you know, or don't try and be the Stones, because there's already the Stones. You know, that's all I've got to say on the subject, really, you know.
Well, look, Mr. Jim Jones, lovely chatting to you. Thank you.
Fabulous. Yeah, thanks for having me. Really liked it. Thanks.